Hey, what's going on, everybody? Pretty sure we're live. So if we are live and if you can hear me, please drop a comment to let me know. And until I get a comment telling me that you can't hear me, I'm going to go ahead and start this live. So my name is Joey B, in case you don't know me. And today we're going to be discussing the Spedience Gym Monster, an incredible piece of equipment that I have been using personally for approximately 2 years now, I believe. It's been an incredible machine. And we're going to talk about how this can help you crush your goals in 2025. In case you guys are interested in this machine, make sure to check the comments because we have in the comments where you can purchase this machine in Canada, where in the United States. And we also have a code, which is scrolling along the bottom of the screen, Joey120, which is going to give you guys a discount on this product, okay? A little bit of background on me and to talk and to essentially explain to you how this machine can actually change your game in this year. I'm coming from a place of being 300 pounds of fat, okay? I've lost a ton of weight, gained a ton of muscle, and that's because of at-home gym equipment like this. This is electronic weight, okay? This is not physical weight. This is not your normal standard everyday pick things up, put things down type of weight that you would find at the gym. It's not the old school stuff, and that's actually really good, and we're going to discuss why. Again, I went from 300 pounds down to 145 pounds, muscle and veins. That is it, and I did it from my living room with this type of technology. So we're going to be discussing how that can change your life as well, okay? Now, when it comes to this machine, like I said, this is electronic weight. You're not lifting physical weight. And guys, if you got questions, please drop them in the comments. We will be taking the last few minutes of this live to answer any questions that I can about this machine. This is motor-generated weight, which is incredible. Why? Because when you have physical weight, standard weight, you actually have to have space to store that weight. But with this machine, this thing is so compact, you don't even need 5 feet by 2 feet in order to have this in your home. Not only is it such a small footprint, but this is also portable. You can roll this around your house. In fact, I'm currently in my guest room in my home because I have construction going on in the room next door. So I had to move this machine in here in order to go ahead and do this live. But I can do it because it's on wheels. So you just roll it around. This is motor-generated weight. Not only is it motor-generated weight, this machine is going to track all of your progress. You have a calendar within this machine that is going to show you what you did on Monday, what you did on Tuesday, what you did on Wednesday. When do you need to progressive overload? It's going to teach you all that stuff. It's going to store all that information in there. Not only that, but we have programs on this machine. In case you don't know how to train, in case you are a complete beginner, this machine is going to get you going. Now, of course, I personally recommend for everybody to learn the principles behind training. You can do that very easily on YouTube. You can do that through these trainers. You have many different routes of being able to do that. Being able to do that is going to help you train better, more efficiently with every single rep, and that adds up over time. It's also going to help prevent injury. That's very important, okay? We want to make sure that we stay injury-free so that we can maintain and receive our goals rather than have to wait to get better and miss out on opportunities to grow and become stronger and better, okay? So as you can see, we have tons of workouts that are on this machine. Now, I just want to show you some of the features of this machine specifically that are going to be very important to you. I'm going to start off by saying Spedience is the only company out there, to my knowledge, that is giving all of the stuff that comes in this machine, the programs, the training modes, the data tracking, it's all for free. And last time I checked, they've listened to their customers and they've made it free for a lifetime, okay? So that's pretty incredible. Let's go into free lift. Free lift on this machine is a place that you can go ahead and be free from programs. You can do whatever you want, whenever you want. You don't need to worry about being confined to a specific program. Free lift is where I'm going to show you the different modes on this machine that are going to change the game when it comes to your training, okay? A lot of people say, oh, I don't need one of these gyms. I have the standard weight equipment. Well, if you have room for that stuff, that's great. but this makes it a compact way to train at home. But even more so than that, you actually have the ability to manipulate physics. You can't do that with normal average weight, okay? So we have different modes on this machine. Standard mode is going to mimic a standard movement where you have a concentric and an eccentric force during that movement. Every movement has one of those phases, okay? Let's go ahead and start this weight. You can turn this weight on at the touch of a button. Check this out. This button starts, stops, and changes the weight. Really incredible. But for this demo, I'm just going to use the screen because it's a little bit easier for me. Turn that weight on. Check this out. You're getting 30 pounds coming down, 30 pounds coming back. Can you see the screen? Might be a little difficult. 30 pounds coming up, 30 pounds coming back. Standard weight, just like you're at a gym. But keep in mind, with a machine like this, since it's motorized, it's going to actually be heavier than your standard weight equipment. This is a heavier 30 pounds than if you lifted a dumbbell because you have motors always pulling back. With a regular dumbbell, you don't have something actively pulling against you. With these motors, they do. They're actively pulling against you. It's going to make you stronger more quickly. So now we're going to go ahead and move this to chains mode. Incredible mode for when you want power and strength. Many people, they may not need power and strength. Personally, I don't feel like I need it. I want muscle development. I want muscle size. That's more important to me than power and strength. But everybody has their own goals, right? So this is going to be excellent in order to fine tune you for your 1 rep maxes. So let's go ahead and use this. We're going to have 45 pounds coming down, 45, and we're going to have 30 pounds coming back. 45 coming, it's showing 41 on the screen, so maybe it's 41. But either way, it's giving you more weight this way and less weight this way. That's going to force your muscles to have to really put in that effort in order to get that weight initially down. So really cool stuff. We have eccentric mode, which is the exact opposite. Now this mode is excellent for muscle growth. Again, guys, use code Joey120 scrolling along the bottom of the screen in order to get discounts and freebies on your order if you decide to purchase. And check the comments because in the comments, it's going to give you the link on where you can purchase this machine, whether you're in Canada, United States, or whatever, okay? And drop any comments or questions you might have that maybe I can help you answer. So with eccentric mode, my favorite mode, and I think most people's favorite mode, it's giving you a heavier eccentric. Why is that important? Our bodies are physically made to be stronger on the eccentric portion of the movement. We can lift and maintain heavier weight on that portion of the movement. So I'm going to show you right now. Here we have 30 pounds coming down, and we should have 45 pounds coming back. 30 pounds coming down, 45 pounds coming back. I'm able to physically lift more weight on that eccentric portion, which is going to allow me to be able to train safer because I don't have to lift the heavy part in the beginning where people are prone to injury. Remember, we're all weaker on the concentric portion of the movement. So this is a fantastic thing if you want to build more strength and muscle with less injury. And it's going to give you mutant gains because you're cheating. It's giving you heavier weight when you can use the heavier weight and lighter weight when your body just can't take that heavier weight. Absolutely incredible, phenomenal. Technology like this changes the game. And that's why it's important for people to understand that it's not only just about having an at-home gym and the fact that you plug it in. It's that you can manipulate weight because you can turn on and off the weight at the touch of a button on your finger or even on the remote here. You can see here, even on this remote here, you press this button, the weight turns on. I'm turning on the weight right now. Give it a second. Here you go. Weight is on. And then you just shut it off at the touch of a button. This allows you to start and stop the weight at the safest point in every movement. You don't have to start your weight at the most dangerous point anymore. This is going to allow you to be able to take your sets to true failure. If you're at the gym and you're doing bench press, and let's say you got 200 pounds on that bar, well, you have to stop probably 5 reps before you actually really need to stop, because you have to make sure that you have enough energy to get that bar back up. Or you have to make sure someone's there to help you, a spotter. You don't have to do that anymore. You have the spotter. It's right here. It's the machine, okay? Start and stop the weight whenever you want. Now, let me just finish going through the modes, and then we'll talk a little bit about the safety features on this machine and some of the other amazing technology that we have on this. Again, any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to drop them in the comments, and I'll check them out very soon, guys. All right, so here we have fixed speed mode. That's the next mode that we have on this machine, and it is an incredible mode. Why? This you can use for rehabilitation purposes, okay? So for example, if I go ahead and turn this on, you're going to see, let's say, for example, I have an injury, and I need to be real careful, and my muscles only have the ability to train at a certain level with a certain level of energy. Well, the machine is going at my pace at this point. You see this? Nice and easy. I can pull it. So even if I have an injury, I can go at my own pace and I'm still getting resistance. Now, if I go ahead and pull harder, because let's say I'm not injured, you see this? I'm pulling as hard as I can. That's insane. That's incredible. And for that, and you can manipulate the strength curve on this to make it harder or easier. So if you want it a little faster, now you can see I'm pulling hard, but it's going fast. So you can use that for rehabilitation purposes, or you can use it for cardio. This is, I believe, the only piece of electronic gym equipment on the market that allows you to do cardio. So just imagine you get your rowing bench out, which you can purchase on Speedians.com or wherever you want, throw it onto this machine, and now just imagine you're rowing a boat back and forth like you're on a boat. You're on your rower. You get your cardio. You're still building those back muscles, those rear delt muscles. You're able to do all that with this machine because of fixed speed mode. Really, really cool stuff. Like I said, I don't think there's any other company on the market that actually has cardio and bodybuilding in one. So this will really help you not only build muscle, but also get conditioned. It's going to help you get ripped. A lot of people think ripped means bigger muscles. It doesn't. The ripped part is the cardio. It's the watching your calories. It's the losing of the weight that's going to allow you to see the muscle that you built. So this is a 2-for-1 on this machine, where many other machines, you're going to need a cardio equipment and you're going to need the bodybuilding. So let's move forward. We have different modes on this machine. We have dumbbell mode. That's going to allow you to use each side, because we have two different sides on this machine. And by the way, both sides can be manipulated to mimic anything you can do at a gym, anything. So many people say, is this a full body machine? Can I do my calves on it? Can I do my traps on it? Everything you can do at a gym, you can do on this machine from the comfort of your own home, and you can manipulate the weight beyond what physics can allow you to do at a normal gym. Everything, guys, you can do on this machine. But back to what I was saying, you can go ahead. You have two sides of this machine. And again, as you can see, you can manipulate the track just like you're at a regular gym on a cable machine. When this machine is in dumbbell mode, it's separating the two motors on this machine. There's two motors. One motor for this side, one motor for this side. It separates them. What's that going to allow you to do? Well, now you can do alternating bicep curls, for example. That's just one example. Use your imagination. Dumbbell, just like at a gym, separate, completely separate sides. Now, let's say you go ahead and throw this on barbell mode. Barbell mode is going to make sure that both sides work in unison, because in theory, you put a bar on this machine, which you absolutely can do. Here's the bar. Got some great knurling on there. Throw this, attach it to both arms. Now you're doing your squats. Now you're doing your chest, your bench press. Anything that you might need a bar, deadlift. Now you're doing it. And the motors are working in unison so that you can get that bar experience. Okay? Partner mode. One of the coolest features on this machine, in my opinion. a lot of people don't realize that having two motors is so valuable, not only because you can train with someone else at the same time, but also because you can train in circuit training style with this machine. So I'm going to give you a real life example of what I'll be doing today when I get off this camera. I'm going to go ahead and come here. I'm going to turn on the left-hand side. I'm going to be doing 30 pounds tricep extension, right? This is a real life example, guys. This is one of my actual custom programs that you can program into this machine. Then I'm going to go directly to turning on the right side, coming over here, turning that on, and now I'm going to be doing, it's very light, now I'm going to be doing bicep curls. Normally my weights are different, but that's essentially what you can do. That's circuit training. And each side is being recorded separately as far as data goes, and each side has a completely different weight. And you just jump back and forth, back and forth. It makes training so easy and efficient. It's insane. So I love this feature on this machine. One of my favorite features on this machine. Another cool thing about this machine is if you're on the bench press and you're doing your bench, on a lot of machines, you either have to use an app, which kind of sucks, or, at least in my opinion, or you can't see the screen while you're training. So you don't know how powerful each arm is. You don't know if there's any type of like a lag with one arm where you have to work on it. You'll only know till the end. You can't see it real time. With this machine, you can see it real time. If you're on the bench, you press display flip, and then you go ahead and you just tilt this down. How cool is that? That is just insanely cool. It gives you so much versatility. Now you can see what's happening. When you're done, you just flip it back, bring it here. Now, keep in mind, guys, I just want to say before I forget, this is actually the Gym Monster 1. If you go to the Speediance website, you might see two different models of this. For this particular demo that we're doing today, it's essentially the same thing, but there are some key differences with the Gym Monster 2 and the Gym Monster 1, this one that I'm using. There are some key differences. So make sure that you, I have some videos on YouTube that discuss those differences. I've used the Gym Monster 2 extensively. It is an incredible machine, just like the version 1 is incredible. But there are some key differences that maybe we can get into later, but I just wanted to point that out. Yeah, just wanted to point that out so you guys don't get confused. And again, comment, guys. Let us know. What do you think? You got any questions, comments, or concerns? And beyond that, check those comments so you can see where to purchase this machine. And don't forget to use Joey120 to get your discount and whatever freebies the company has for you, okay? So now we're going to go ahead and move on to the assist mode. All right, so I'm very excited about this mode. There's a couple of different features on this machine that allow you to push yourself to your limit and not have to worry about getting hurt. We saw this in real time over at CES. I got to attend CES over in Las Vegas with Speediance, and we had people coming to check out this machine and see what limits they could push. With this machine, when you have it on bar mode, there's something called a bar tilt feature. If all of a sudden, typically, you see probably some scary videos online where people try to max out their bench, for example, it could be any movement, but they're trying to max out a barbell movement, and one side of their body gets weak, right? And it starts to tilt the bar. And so they have to dump the weight. Well, with this machine, if it notices that that bar tilts, it kills the weight. So you don't have to dump anything. You don't have to worry about getting crushed. It's going to stop the weight. That's if you don't stop it with your finger first, okay? So that's the two fail-safes right off the bat. Let's talk about the other fail-safes. With this machine here, you also have assist mode. It is essentially your spotter, okay? So it's going to go ahead. It has two different assist mode options. You can keep it off completely and just use your finger in order to do what you need to do. You have the first assist mode, which is going to be not too aggressive. It's kind of like your pal cheering you on, like, hey, guy, you can do it, you can do it. And then when you just can't do it, then they take the weight. All right, no problem. He's a good friend. He wants you to get your reps. But then we have a more aggressive one where it's kind of like, hey, I see you're slipping, and it's your friend just grabbing that bar. So you can go from 200 pounds down to like, 16 pounds in a matter of seconds, taking that weight right off you so you can stop, regather yourself, and do it all over again, okay? Now, the max weight on this machine is 220 pounds. But again, keep in mind, guys, that 220 pounds is an electronic 220 pounds. It's not your standard weight. So when you use this machine and you go to a gym, when you have that unfortunate experience to have to go to a gym again, you're going to be knocking that weight out of the park. If you're lifting 220 on this, you're lifting a ton more weight in reality when you're under an actual standard type of weight, okay? Let's see what else we got here. So actually, let me pop back to the main screen. Along with the fact that Speediance is the only company out there giving you everything on this machine for free, they also now have introduced a paid plan. And keep in mind, check out, it has stats. It may be a little difficult to see, but it keeps your stats, the duration of your training, the volume that you've done, the power output that you've had, the calories you've burned, all that stuff. And it's all recorded. So you can go back as far as you need to in order to check that out. When we come onto the main screen, you're going to see your name and any accounts that you would like to add to your profile. Okay? You can add as many accounts as you want on this, your whole family. And remember, they're not charging you. They're not charging you in order to have accounts, data tracking, and all that stuff. Only company. You got companies out there who are like $65 a month. For what? For what? Tell me for what? It's ridiculous. So when you come back here, last 7 days of data, your duration, your volume, your calories, everything. And they've also rolled out an AI coach and Wellness Plus recovery system. Essentially, these are AI software models where they're going to literally tell you what you need to train, when you need to train based on your goals. They're going to tell you when your rest day is. They're going to tell you what movement you're going to do for that day. If you want to keep it fresh or you just don't have the time to think, to draw out a plan, or you don't know how, you don't need to know how. As soon as this stuff comes out and it's not in beta and it's perfected, you will have to pay for it. I don't know how much it's going to cost. You can check the website to find out, but you'll be able to have those options, okay? If you don't need those options and you're like me and you just want to make your own custom plans, you go over to custom. I have all my custom plans right here. I make my own. Very happy with my own plans. I know what I want to do. I know when I want to do it. And if I need to keep it fresh and I have a subscription with the wellness and the recovery, I can pop in there too. It all depends on what you need to do. What are your goals and how you want to execute those goals, okay? So let me hop over to those questions, see if we got any questions, comments, or concerns. Aaron, how does the rowing tool work for cardio? Hey, Aaron, how's it going, bro? That's a great question. Like I showed you over here before, when you go onto fixed speed mode, this is going to put this into a concentric only phase. So when you're on a boat and you're rowing, right? You're only getting weight or resistance on one end of that row because you're lifting the row out of the water and then you're bringing it back in the water to push, right? When you're on the rowing bench, which I don't have in this room right now, all you're going to do is attach the bar attachment to each side of the machine, and you're going to pull that bar like it's a row, like it's an actual oar on a boat. Pull that bar, and it's going to give you resistance on one portion of the movement while you're rowing, going back and forth on that rower. Another cool thing that a lot of people don't know is you can use the rowing attachment. This is what me and a lot of other users do. Attach a weight belt around you to the machine, and now you can do seated leg press using the rowing attachment on this machine. Just like you're at a gym, you can do a seated leg press. It's so, so cool. Or you could buy a specific bench if you like. If you want a more gym-esque type of a feel, you can buy a machine that allows you to do leg extensions, leg curls. You can do those things on this with a standard adjustable bench, but some people, they want the equipment. If they have the space, that's great. You know, you can attach anything you want to this machine as far as accessories, guys. We also have another one. Can you talk about the AI workouts versus something like Raja's 84-day program? Oh, Raj's. So we have, I believe this gentleman, Cole, is talking about Raj. I could be wrong, but Raj's program, he's one of the users. Have you done a program like that, or do you own a custom, or do you do your own custom workout? So Cole, as I mentioned, I do my own custom workouts. I have them all in the machine because I know how to program my workouts, which is something anyone can learn how to do. I like to do what I know I need to do. Now, as far as the AI workouts, they're going to give you what they think you need. Keep in mind, these are new. So it may take some time for the company to perfect this type of a program that's going to tell you what you need to do when you need to do it. Now, I haven't done any of those programs yet. Actually, I did once, but I only used it a couple of times. And so it wasn't enough to give you a real good feel on what it's like. But it told me today you're going to be doing chest, tomorrow you're going to be doing back. And it told me the cool thing was it actually told me what muscles were relatively fatigued and what I shouldn't have worked. And when I calibrated, when I used my own internal calibration to tell me whether that was accurate or not, it was completely accurate. So I thought that was really cool that the AI knew what muscles I should not be training and what muscles I should be training. So it was very accurate in regards to that. Now, with Raj's 84-day program, I haven't actually checked that out. I don't know if that's a trainer or if it's one of the gentlemen who are one of the users of this machine, because you're able to post your own programs. But as far as that program, I haven't physically seen it. Okay? So I can't really touch on that. But essentially, Raj, whoever that is, whether it's a trainer or just a regular user, they created their own program based on their own bodies. Remember, it's not always good to just follow someone else's program because we're all different. All of our bodies are different. I like to train chest and back on one day and then bis and tris on the next day. Whereas other people will be too sore to be able to do bis and tris the day after chest and back, because those are secondary muscles that are being worked on the first day. You see what I'm saying? So some people can do it, some people can't. Some people may have to move a leg day after the chest and back so that on the third day you can do bis and tris after your leg day. So it all depends on you. But the AI is essentially going to make it so that you don't have to think, which is pretty cool as long as it works correctly. So do we have any other thoughts, questions, comments, or concerns? Drop them in the comments. Let me know. Let me just check the computer real quick right here. Yep. Now, we only have about 2 minutes left, guys, unfortunately. So I'm just going to tell you some main differences that I saw. There's going to be a few extras that I don't mention, but the main differences between the Gym Monster 1 and the Gym Monster 2. The Gym Monster 1 has a little less memory in the computer, and it's also a little bit more noisy. Now, when I say noisy, I'm nitpicking because it's hardly even a noise. But when you compare the Gym Monster 1 to the Gym Monster 2, the motors in the Gym Monster 2 have been upgraded. They're whisper quiet. This one, you hear the machine breathing a little bit. You hear the fans moving. It's nothing crazy. Is it going to disrupt your whole household? No. But if you want something whisper quiet, the GM2 is it. It is so quiet and cool. Another cool thing is, under heavier loads on this machine, I would say between 70 pounds on each side. You know, let's say you got 70 pounds on your right handle. You might feel it being a little jerky. It's not like ultra smooth. On the Gym Monster 2, it's smooth like water. Like, it's crazy. So extremely smooth. Really key difference that I noticed. There's a few other differences, like the height on the GM2 is a little bit taller. It's a little less wide. The wheels, if I recall correctly, are a little fatter. Some small things like that, but nothing too nuts. So you guys got to make the determination what's better for you, what's worse for you, which one do you want, which one you don't want. But essentially, that's it. So I really hope this live was able to help you guys. I don't see any other comments or questions or concerns or anything. So I just want to say this machine has helped me change the game. When it comes, I don't go to the gym. I don't like the gym. I hate the gym. Every day that I don't use this machine, let's say, for example, I'm on a trip, I'm pissed. You know what I'm saying? Keep in mind, guys, you can also go ahead and check out, if you want an in-person look at this machine in full depth, answering any of your questions, you can go on to Speediance.com, go to the demos section, click on me or any of the other trainers, and we can answer your questions about this machine in a nice, quiet environment. You take as much time as you need, at least with me. I don't know about the other trainers. You can take as much time as you need with me to answer your questions, to get a good feel about this machine. It's been my pleasure, Manny. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Tony, how long is the Joey 120 code good for? I got to be honest, they didn't tell me, my friend, but you know Speedians, and if you know Speedians, they love giving you guys discounts. They are the best. So my recommendation, Tony, would be, if you can, book an in-person demo with me, a virtual demo with me, because I see if you're asking how long will the code last, maybe you're not fully sold on the machine yet. Book a demo with me. We can talk about the machine. I can help you sort whatever questions you have out. And then I also have a separate code that you can use. If this code expires, I can give it to you in person, virtually. Okay? So thank you, everybody, for watching. I hope you all have a beautiful day. Really, really happy and excited to be here. Take care. Enjoy your weekends, everyone. Bye.